Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 779. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and welcome back, Ray!
I have been back, finally.
You're back!
Yeah.
All right. We missed you, bro.
Me?
We all missed you, man. We all freaking missed you.
Yeah.
What's up, Sally?
What's up?
Okay, so I gotta say, I went to see Bad Moms.
Was it good?
Sharon wanted to see it. We brought Anthony. Oh my God! Wow! Holy moly! I loved it. It was great. But I don't know if I don't know if I would bring. You know, it was. You know, I can't even. We were gonna go see Sausage Party.
Oh, okay.
We didn't. But, like, my son had shared something that happens in the movie with Sausage Party, and Sharon didn't want to see it, but, you know, Anthony wanted to see it. But there was something in Bad Moms that was, like, kind of weird seeing it with family members.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the women were talking about the guy's things, and it was a whole conversation about it.
Okay.
I was like, oh, my God. Oh my God.
Talk about doing the birds and the bees without actually talking about it.
I was like, oh my God, what is that? The movie was fantastic. I do got to say, it is a hit. It deserves to be a hit. I'm sure we'll get a sequel where they weren't counting on it being a sequel, but it was that freaking funny, hilarious. Okay? And I'm a guy, and this is like a girl movie, but it was hilarious. Just, I'm telling you, go see it. Great movie.
Watch it, Joe. Everyone will be now saying that you got a little bit of a feminine side.
Yeah, because I like the female Ghostbusters. So look, we did see trailers with 3 of the 4 Ghostbusters in a movie. And I'm like shaking my head. Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, and Kristen Wiig was in this movie coming out. And then they had another movie with Kate McKinnon. So Kate McKinnon's like popping out some movies. It's cool. So that was cool. Had a nice day. So then when I put my phone back on, my phone's ring-a-ding-ding. Beep, 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 beep. People are flipping out, losing their... because of 2 videos I did. 2 podcasts with the subject of Zendaya being Mary Jane. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I've seen him.
So have I.
It created such controversy, such craziness, that it got ridiculous, like deep, whatever, and people are not getting what I'm trying to say, basically.
What are they saying? They're like, no, you can't say that. What are you
They're saying
doing?
I'm racist and all that stuff, which could not be further from the truth. I write about equality. I write motivational books, all these different things. Everybody's equal. I'm all for that. And all my jobs has always been about equality. I don't discriminate against anybody. So just because, as a comic book fan of Spider-Man, which I'm a huge fan, that I don't approve of them changing the race, people lost their crap. And it isn't just the race. It's the fact that the actress, which she looks a very pretty actress, don't get me wrong, what has she done in Hollywood that she gets this role? What movie has she proven herself? And I've said that about Michael B. Jordan at the time. And he hasn't until after Fantastic Four. He did Creed, and that changed my opinion of him. But what has he done? What has she done? She hasn't done anything to have that character and play that character. She's done Disney shows, right?
Yeah, I think she's been on Disney, but I don't know anything else she's done.
No, nor have I.
So how the hell does she get a part like that?
But I actually know someone inside Hollywood which gave it to her.
And not only that, but I mean, Tom Holland, I never heard of him either. But we'll see how it goes. But the thing is that Stan Lee said this before, right? Because people were like making a big stink about things, and when they were trying to make it that Peter Parker is gay, and Stan Lee said Peter Parker is a white, Caucasian, heterosexual male. He will always be a white, Caucasian, heterosexual male. He said, and he created the Black Panther, which is an African American, which his Black Panther will always be an African American. Okay? He never intended for people to screw around with his characters and switch race and gender and all this stuff. Okay?
No.
And his statement was back then, okay, which wasn't too long ago, he said, I would rather them make a new character or new characters if they want to make new roles for African Americans or Chinese or Japanese or Irish or whoever, or Spanish or Latino. I would rather them make brand new characters than call them the existing characters that we have. Because when you do that, you piss off your fans, you alienate your fan base, and you don't want to have a war with your fans. So, new universe of Spider-Man, Spider-Man's with Michelle, which would be Zendaya. Doesn't have to be Mary Jane. Doesn't have to always be, well, fans questioning, is he going to be with Mary Jane in this movie or Gwen Stacy? How about somebody different? And what is wrong with that statement? Nothing.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
No,
because
it gets
people
boring.
don't. Yeah,
I was just going to say, it gets boring after a while seeing him with like Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy. You're like, oh, is that all he really is with? He's young, so he's got to be with someone more.
He's with tons of women in the comics. He's had tons of girlfriends. So even Gloria Grant or whatever, I guess the one time they dated or whatever. And she's African American. I'm beautiful. So why am I racist if I don't approve of that? I'm not. So people are just talking shit, and basically, I don't care what they have to say because I'm because of a movie opinion that doesn't define. And then of course they say, "Oh, you're mentally ill." Come on, how old are we? So besides that article today, the podcast today created a massive stir because I also talked about how, and I named websites that are totally doing lying articles about Suicide Squad. And I pointed it out and I exposed them. Okay? Lo and behold, you know, I was saying that, you know, they didn't cross 500 million Suicide Squad. That's a lot. The 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th. We're in the 20th now. It hasn't crossed 500 million. So that's a fake article. Lo and behold, I get beeps when I get out of the movie. There is new articles from majority of the people that I talked about changing their tune, saying that Suicide Squad didn't make 500 million. That's very interesting because that means that people are watching our stuff and they're making more comments based on our podcast. Also, James Gunn came out to clarify his comment because I basically said something about his comment. You know, and he said, if you're mad about Mary Jane being a black character, then I guess you have no problems in life or your life is too good or something. So immediately, he changed his tune as well because this thing blew up all over the place. And keep in mind, too, I'm also posting in a lot of different sites besides the podcast. So he basically had this whole thing he said. And it's going to take me a while to read it, all right? So he goes, let's see what he says here.
We all know then.
Yeah, I know. And this is James Gunn's lengthy Facebook message, quoting, "People get upset when something they consider intrinsic to a comic book character changes when adapted for a film. I get this. There are movies I dislike because I think there's a basic misunderstanding of the story or the character when the comic is transferred to film. I still hate how the first Batman movie, the Joker was revealed as the murderer of Bruce's parents, for instance. That said, I do not believe a character is the color of his or her skin. When Michael B. Jordan was cast as Johnny Storm, I didn't understand the uproar. The primary characteristic of Johnny was not, to me, that he was white or that he had blonde hair, but that he was a fiery, funny, big-mouthed braggart of a hero. I was happy that he was going to be played by one of the finest and most charming young actors out there. Yesterday, the rumor broke out that the character of Mary Jane was being played by a young black woman, Zendaya, and all hell broke out on the internet again. I tweeted that if people find themselves complaining about Mary Jane's ethnicity, they have lives that are too good. Okay, so now this goes on now. A big thing. For those of you who think this means I'm confirming that Zendaya is playing Mary Jane, realize that although I've read the Spidey script, I've met the actress in question, I have no idea what her role is. There's a good chance someone told me at one time or another, but if so, I can't remember. I'm going to find out when I go into Marvel this afternoon, but I feel free to speak until that time because it's about the concept about a black woman playing Mary Jane, not the actuality or hypothesis of it. I got 1,000 or so responses to my tweet. Most of them were positive. Some folks disagreed. They thought the character should look like what she looks like in the comics, but were thoughtful. And a handful were flat-out racist. I can't respond to the racists. I'm not ever going to change their minds. But for the thoughtful majority of you out there, for me, if a character's primary attribute, the thing that makes them iconic, is the color of their skin or their hair color, frankly, that character is shallow and sucks. For me, that makes MJ. MJ is her alpha female playfulness, and if the actress captures that, then she'll work. And for the record, I think Zendaya even matches what I think of as Mary Jane's primary physical characteristics. She's a tall, thin model, much more so than actresses have in the past. Whatever the case, if we're going to continue to make movies based on the almost all-white hero supporting characters from the comics of the last century, we're going to have to get used to them being more reflective of our diverse present world. Perhaps we can be open to that idea, although someone may not initially match how we personally conceive a character, we can be, and often are, happily surprised. So, I'm glad he expanded on that. But the thing is that if you go see Rocky, a Rocky Balboa movie, and they decide to reboot Rocky, and you see some guy that has no muscles and is playing the part of Rocky, okay, that's not Rocky.
No.
Right? So if I go see Mary Jane, and if I don't see the hair all over the place, the red hair, the body, even the way she talks, like you see when you're reading her dialogue, and that she's too thin or whatever, if I see that, that's not Mary Jane.
Right.
I don't expect to see the Italian stallion Rocky Balboa played by a non-athlete, non-training, skinny, mini, or overweight guy. So I don't expect to see Mary Jane not looking like Mary Jane in the comics, okay? I expect to see that. So there's nothing wrong with that comment, okay? So, and again, Spider-Man Peter Parker does not have to be in a movie with Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane. They can create something amazing where it's a brand new character. Or Gloria Grant or whoever else character in Spider-Man books that were African American. Okay? You don't have to copy and do it over and over and over and over again. You don't. So that's what my message is, basically. And I said, when I got mad about his comment before, I says, well, if you don't agree with him, don't go see his movie. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. People want to talk smack, and I even called out some writers. I don't agree. I love the comics, okay? I love the characters. If a writer writes a comic that I love and does things with the character that I don't agree with, I will talk about that writer, right?
Right.
And I don't agree with, and I'm not going to mention his name, but I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that the current Amazing Spider-Man writer says, because it kind of contradicts what Stan Lee said or stuff I've seen. You know, I'm not going. I'm going to see the movie. I don't know why people think I'm boycotting Spider-Man. It's just the opposite. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I'll go see that multiple times. It's not the Mary Jane movie. It's the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. So what if I'm not happy about it? I might not like the color of Peter Parker's shirt. Who cares? So I think that's what people are losing it about. You know?
Yeah. It's just people just need to like chill out.
I know. And I like the female Ghostbusters. So effing what?
Does that make you sexist? No.
Does that make me a woman? No.
Not yet, Joe.
I don't think so. No. Okay? And by the way, all those people that are writing articles about Ghostbusters being a flop, it's not a flop. Still making money. They all lied. It's at 194 million. We're gonna get the foreign numbers in. Okay? We're gonna see a crossover 2 million that people are saying there was somebody in there, right? And again, don't take this the wrong way, commenter about there's no way beyond a shadow of a doubt, ghost in hell, that Ghostbusters will ever make $200 million. $5 million away, buddy. $5 million away. Guess what? It's doing it. So don't make a comment if you're not looking at the box office, because you're going to be embarrassed tomorrow or Monday. It's doing it. Sorry.
I'm not really times have changed where you can't say, where you don't have to say that anymore, because you know it's going to easily make that unless it's a really, really bad film.
If the guy was saying it's not going to make $200 million, I would agree. But $5 million hits very close. I mean, the way you calculate it, it's less than $5 million by tomorrow. So I just can't wait for the final numbers to come in, and I can't wait for them to announce a sequel to Ghostbusters, so I can go, I can do my maniacal laugh, and do that, because I will shove it down all their throats, because I busted the trolls, baby, of the Ghostbuster haters.
You busted the ghost.
That's it.
You should have wore your shirt.
Yeah.
I know. Where is it? Where is it? I think it's got to be watched, I believe. But I actually, to tell you the truth, I did a sequel. I actually did a magazine article about the whole situation that we had on my show about Ghostbusters. So I will show that next week. So it should be pretty interesting. But how are you, Ray?
I'm fine. Just a bit knackered, so knackered.
You're what?
Knackered.
What's that?
Yeah, it's an English term for tired. It's what we have over here for tired.
Oh, I think you said you're naked. I'm like, what?
Oh.
What the? No wonder why you got your icon on of a bear birthday suit person or two people there. Look at that. All right, so tell me, Mr. Ray, what have you seen in the movies?
I saw Ghostbusters.
How did you like it?
I do like it, but I'm gonna I'm not going to go 100%. I do like it, but I won't go 100%. I'm like 80% like of it.
Okay, so you're like, okay, you don't have to like it if I like it. You can say it's
I know 80% I like it. There's bits in it which I just found like ridiculous, you know.
Right. So it was good. Was it great? It was good.
It was good, but it was bad in patches for me.
It was what?
Bad in patches.
Bad in patches.
Yeah. It was like certain things which, you know, which I looked at and I thought, what are they trying to do here?
I see.
You know.
But overall, you liked it?
Yeah, overall I liked it.
Did you see Suicide Squad?
I'm seeing that tomorrow.
Okay. Did you see anything else?
Jason Bourne I saw.
How was that?
I absolutely loved that.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it was good. I've seen it too.
I'm not being rude. I've followed Jason Bourne ever since the first one come out, and I've absolutely loved that series.
I'm sad to say I've never seen a Jason Bourne movie, but with DVRing. So, gonna get caught up, and I'm gonna do a whole Jason Bourne thing. So, Sally, you seen what, Jason Bourne? You liked it?
I liked it a lot. That was good.
Excellent.
I've seen Star Trek too. It was really good.
Okay. Very good. And have you gone to any festivals or anything? What have you done?
Today?
Recently?
Well, we had my city had like a homecoming. They had like a parade and
Cool.
food and all that stuff, and the marching band from the high schools will march in the parade. My nephew was in the band, so we went there today
Very good.
to watch him.
A noble nephew.
I'm just waiting for Spider-Man to turn up at the next homecoming.
All right. So let me, while we're here, I'll do some box office numbers. Get that out of the way. Okay. And let me get the full chart. Okay, and this is as of yesterday, guys. So it's not today or Sunday because it didn't happen yet. So Suicide Squad stands at a worldwide gross of $490,998,335. About $9 million and a couple thousand away from $500 million. But it needs to make between $750 and $800 million just to break even. So keep that in mind. So, and it's making like millions, not tens of millions a day. So besides that movie, which is probably going to be number one again this week, War Dogs came in on Thursday. It has in roughly 5,530,000.
Yeah, I saw that. I like that.
You saw War Dogs?
Yeah, I saw that Friday.
That's good.
Yeah, I liked him.
I may go see that too. Sausage Party has in worldwide, okay, number 3, 57,733,642. Number 4, Ben-Hur flopped, bombed, just sank.
Yeah, I didn't think that would do good at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm not being rude. That one should have stayed as a classic, really.
Yeah, that was a bad idea for a reboot. 4,130,000 with a $100 million budget, not going to come close, unless overseas numbers, but I doubt it. Kobo and the Two Strings debuted at number 5, which was bad. 4 million. Yeah, it's not doing that great right now. It's sick. Pete's Dragon is still struggling, not doing great at all. It has in 39,985,547 with a $65 million budget. It's doing horrible. Horrible. So that was another reboot that people did not approve of. Bad Moms is doing phenomenal. So profitable, it's ridiculous. Only $20 million to make, as in 93,852,428. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets a sequel, to tell you the truth. Honestly, that is not a surprise.
I think a lot of mums have seen that and thought, yeah, this relates to us.
I think a lot of dads seen them and liked it too. Jason Bourne, 254,351,812. No longer considered a flop by any means, and numbers are still coming in because it's not released everywhere. So keep that in mind, because the numbers are
I think that one's doing well because they brought back Matt Damon.
Yes.
My words. I think the last one just didn't do well because they didn't have him, but now they brought him back.
Yeah, and Secret Life of Pets is still killing movies. Damn son of a bitches. That movie's destroying people, literally, and it's getting a sequel. It's almost 600 million worldwide, so that movie is dangerous. That movie's like a horror movie for movies, but it's an animated, and it's just knocking them all out of the park. Florence Foster Jenkins has in a worldwide gross of 11 million, whatever. I mean, I don't even know what the budget is on that. Don't even know what that movie's about. All right, Star Trek Beyond has in 215,977,647. Once this hits China, by the way, which it hasn't hit everywhere yet, in late October, it's going to hit everywhere. This movie is going to skyrocket past 400 million, guaranteed. It's going to be phenomenal.
And how much was it to make? Or don't we know?
185 million.
That'll absolutely blitz it.
Yeah, it's going to go crazy when it gets released everywhere. And Ghostbusters, I'm dying. All right, let me go Lights Out first. I skipped a little bit. Lights Out, the horror movie that cost under $5 million to make, $100 million. It's getting a Lights Out 2. That was announced the first day it was released because it made so much friggin' money. Okay?
Well, all films do all well, don't they?
Yeah, so now I'm going to go to Ghostbusters. I'm going to skip all the other movies. Yeah. I'm going to skip. Well, all right, I won't skip. You don't want me to skip? I won't skip. I'll be nice. All right, so let me go back. Can't do that. That's not right. All right,
yeah,
so
I don't want any haters saying that you skipped because
Hell or High Water. I don't know what the hell that is. I
never
apologize.
heard that.
1,619,687. Don't know what that is. I do apologize. I don't know what it is. 9 Lives, which is Christopher Walken turns Kevin Spacey into a cat. That is that is 16 million worldwide. And then we have Nerve, which is people that are testing their nerves.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm thinking I'm seeing that.
That is sorry.
It's from a book, but I've never read the book, so I don't know what it's about.
Yeah,
all I know is like a truth or dare in that, and then you get money in that.
You're testing your nerve.
It's basically like the Purge mixed with truth or dare.
39 million. Okay. So now, can we get to Ghostbusters yet or no? Yes, we can get to Ghostbusters. Okay, I need some water for this one. Hold on.
Yeah. Watch it, Joel. You know you might get called sexist because you want to get in and watch the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Okay. So Ghostbusters, as it stands, if you see it, is some people haven't seen it, so I would suggest you guys go see it if you didn't see it already. 194,971,740, right? Foreign numbers are still not reported in because the 71 million has been like that for over a week. So keep that in mind. Let me just get and it's basically making like 300,000 to 200,000 a day. But all these numbers are not reported in. Plus, the places that was already released have jumped up millions and in some cases thousands. So I calculate it to be 215 million soon. Not counting Japan totally, I don't think. So Japan just was released yesterday, which we do know that the funny thing is that it's going up against Shin Gojira, which that's a funny combination because I love Godzilla also. So having Ghostbusters battle in the box office is pretty entertaining for me. Pretty funny. So we're going to see how well Ghostbusters does over there, and in Spain, and in France, and in Bulgaria, and all these other places. But tomorrow's numbers and Monday's numbers should show a jump. Not sure how big yet, but it will cross, I'm sure, the $200 million mark. It's just a matter of how much more than that. And of course, that's not it for Ghostbusters, because we still have till about September before it finishes its box office run. It's still out there. So you cannot say it's over while it's still out there. So, anything else, guys? You guys have any predictions on Ghostbusters? You have any idea what you think it's going to do, or?
I don't know. Maybe another 3 million, maybe 4 million. I don't know.
So it'll probably make the 200 million. You're saying?
Probably.
And you don't think it'll really make anything after that?
I don't know. I mean, it all depends on where.
Well, you at least
playing with it too, and that.
200 million, you think? All right.
Yeah.
It's very close, right? What about you, Ray?
I'm going to go for. I'm going to say it's going to make up to 220 million before it gets killed off. Like everything starts going off.
That's a good prediction. Very good. All right. Is there anything else, guys, that you want to talk about?
No.
No.
I can't think of anything.
I did see trailers in the theater for American Horror Story 6, which I don't know what the hell they're doing now, because I thought I knew what they were doing. But then they're saying that there's crossovers, possibly, of the other American Horror Story things. So
yeah,
I
I heard that.
I don't know what the F is happening, basically, right now.
I don't know either.
Maybe that's best, because then everyone's in for a full surprise.
I mean, I thought it was something completely different, and now I'm hearing it's connected to whatever, everything.
It's all connected somehow.
So
Same universe.
it might be aliens. It might be the Antichrist. It might be witches.
It might be the Ghostbusters.
It might be ghosts. It might be vampires, like Hotel. Yeah, it might be everything. So we will see how What American Horror Story is going to be. But I'm glad Lady Gaga's coming back. She's great. So, all right, gang, that's it for now. Take care, bye for now.